Please don't get cocky! Speed of light! Here we go! Shake his ass! Speed of light! Brace yourself!
Decimate!
Shake his ass, sir! Speed of light!
This power, it seems familiar. I see. In that case, I shall stay here no...
What a tough battle! Oh, such a strong enemy! Who knew the Abyss Order had monsters this powerful among them? Huh? What is it? Oh, right, yeah!
So, we meet again. A little sooner than I had expected.
Hey, it's Dane!
Judging by your expression, it seems you just experienced something quite strange. Could it be that you encountered an Abyss Herald in those ruins?
Huh? How did you know that?
I've been on the Abyss Herald's trail. I didn't An inverted statue of the Seven. Tell me the rest of what happened in there. So you escaped the ruin depths filled with abyssal power, and then?
And then, as we got close to the exit, an Abyss Herald suddenly appeared and blocked our way! We fought a big battle with that thing. Maybe it hasn't gotten too far yet.
Yes, this is a rare opportunity indeed. Come, let's catch up to it.
Let's go! Oh. Nowhere to hide. Let's play. Can't handle your dream. Gotcha. Speed of light. Those abyss mages just now. Were they trying to ambush us?
No. They were just digging through these abandoned ruin guards looking for something of value.
Oh, is that looking for chaos devices, chaos circuits? You know, that kind of stuff.
They wouldn't be searching for such ordinary objects. In fact, They seem to be searching the remains of ruin guards for... However, they look disappointed.
Well then, why didn't you grab one of them just now and ask what they were up to?
I certainly don't mean to be merciful towards these monsters, but I have a feeling that their plan with this object is of major importance to the entire Abyss Order. One cannot discover the truth behind it, or rather, these Abyss mages likely fear something else.
Paimon is getting goosebumps thinking about all this.
All right, we shouldn't waste too much time here. Let's continue our search.
Here we go. Think you can get away?
Feel this ancient power. Burst forth.
Speed of light. Nowhere to hide. Look at you, flew down. Don't got lucky that. Let's play.
Coming to be. Moments of birth.
Nowhere to hide. Incoming. Snatch. Yahoo! Ruin guards sure are active around here. Seems wherever we find an Abyss mage hide...
There are no coincidences in the world. Just like your appearance in that tavern. Time is just waiting for those seeds to sprout. Forget it. Just some needless musings. The connection between the Abyss Order and the Ruin Guards is by no means incidental. Rather, they are both branches that have grown out and up from the same roots below.
Branches? Roots?
Both originate from an ancient nation that was destroyed 500 years ago. Khaenri'ah.
Huh? Khaenri'ah? Really? The Abyss Order and Ruin Guards are left over from after the destruction of that nation? Oh, speaking of Khaenri'ah, that's really a super ancient name. Oh, right. As your guide, Paimon should explain a bit here. A long time ago, the nation of... Huh? You have memories of being there. But that nation was destroyed 500 years ago.
Is that so? Well, Everyone has their secrets. You did not pry, but if you would like to tell me, I will listen. So, the Khaenri'ah you saw, what was it like?
So that's the complete story, huh? Paimon thought that you ran into that unknown god first.
I see. So your first memory after coming to this world was being awoken by your sister from within that meteorite.
It seems your sister woke up first. But the question is, how...
And then your sister told you that the destruction of Khaenri'ah plunged the whole world into chaos, and that you two should leave this world called Teyvat?
The destruction of Khaenri'ah? She said that?
That destruction you witnessed, that's history from 500 years ago. It seems the first time you awoke in this world was indeed during that period.
Huh. So your sister must have understood this world better than you did, because she woke up first.
And it was shortly after that that you encountered an unknown god who blocked your path, so you couldn't escape.
Oh, Paimon knows this part really well.
I understand. When you awoke at that time and hurriedly tried to leave for another world, you didn't know anything about Khaenri'ah. But now, since you have come to gain some understanding of Teyvat, you are able to guess that the war you witnessed all those...
Ah, if that's the case, before going to so the whole time you were just trying to... Oh, yeah.
I probably know more about Khaenri'ah than both of you. Khaenri'ah was a nation without a god. Not because it had a god that died or abandoned them, but because it never had a god to begin with. It was a powerful nation, built purely by humans. An unprecedented, flourishing, and glorious civilization. It was the pride of humankind.
A nation?
Later events unfolded just as you remember. It was all destroyed by gods.
You mean that...
500 years ago, the pride of humankind was uprooted and crushed, like a weed removed from the garden of the gods.
How could that be? The history books don't...
Yes, well, continuing to discuss the past now will only dampen our spirits. Let's keep moving. I will tell you more of what you want to know as we continue our search.
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
First thing.
Brace yourself. ruin guards and abyss mages. Dane was just saying how they... So...
No. These ruin guards were known as field tillers by the...
Field tillers? What a strange name.
It's not like you think. Field tiller was just a code. The land is not to be tilled with farming tools, but rather...
Fought for with steel and blood? Well, that's an interesting way of understanding tilling. Paimon doesn't think it's a very positive interpretation.
After the destruction of Khaenri'ah, they wandered aimlessly over the centuries, perhaps resonating with the sorrow of other civilizations.
That sounds so sad.
Once you understand more, those details won't mean much to you. But no matter their past, all that remains of them now is the danger they pose. So destroy them all.
Right. Think you can get away? Let's play! Nowhere to hide. Time for takeoff. Wouldn't gliding be faster? Yahoo! Wait, you can bully me?
Moments of birth.
Here we go. Yahoo! Huh? This abyss maze dropped a talisman. Could it be a communication of some kind?
Perhaps it really does contain information.
But Paimon can't read the writing on it.
Engulf the faith of an enemy in flame.
What? Is...
Loom of Fate initial operation. The Abyss, seem to be carrying out a large operation. It seems like they are still launching the operation. Or rather...
Loom of Fate? What's that? Is it literally a fate-weaving machine? From the horrible feeling Paimon's been getting... So, Dane, what message does this talisman contain?
I'm reading it now. An ambitious operation. But
How so?
in short, the first phase of the plan is related to Osial, Overlord of the Vortex.
The Overlord of the Vortex? You mean that god in the ocean? What do they want with Osial?
I know of your past heroics regarding Dvalin, though you may not have been aware of it at the time.
Last time it was Venti's old... Will the Abyss Order use their life?
No. From the contents of the talisman, they won't just corrupt Osial's mind.
Is that even possible? So wait, the Abyss Order wants to make some sort...
Very few people today truly understand the civilization of Khaenri'ah. Only the Abyss Order has consistently sought out. The talisman's message states that they will use the defiled statue as a base. And the new core that shall...
The eye of the very first field tiller? Oh, Paimon gets it! All those Abyss mages are looking for the special eye, right?
It would seem so.
complicated. But basically, it all has to do with that eerie statue of the Seven we saw, right?
Yes. According to the talisman, the eye should be placed in the hands of the defiant, thereby imbuing the newly born god with the power to topple the divine throne.
Oh boy, the Abyss Order sure isn't holding back with this plan. Since no one knows where the first field pillar... Yeah, that tone-deaf bard is too difficult to track down.
The cathedral.
Huh? What's the matter, Dane?
Nothing. Let's get moving. A huge statue. But how aware of this was the Animo Archon on receiving this gift?
Faith doesn't ask for anything in return, though.
As long as the gods have a clear conscience.
Shh! We're about to enter the cathedral! Don't say and actually, the Animo Archon is...
I never specifically said I would enter the cathedral.
Huh?
You are the honorary Knight of Mondstadt. They will surely allow you to poke into these affairs with their utmost trust. Having me tag along would only make them suspicious. Correct. And just as our little friend said, I might say something bad about the church. When a non-believer steps onto holy ground, the result is never pretty. I have never received the favor of the gods in the past. I don't see any reason I would need it now, or in the future either. That's enough about that. While we've been chit-chatting, the Abyss Order continues to act.
Okay, then we'll just go in ourselves and ask around.
I should warn you about one thing. Don't go mentioning the defiled statue inside the cathedral. The Church of Favonius wouldn't ignore the matter of the statue. But if they rashly tried anything against the Abyss Order, it would only ruin whatever element of surprise we may have. Also, meddling in the affairs of the Abyss usually doesn't...
Honorary Knight! Hi, how have you been? Do you need anything today? But I should first make it clear that if you need to borrow the holy...
It seems she hasn't realized it's just an illusion. Oh, we're here to ask some questions about something. Barbara, have you heard about the first...
What's that?
Of course you wouldn't know anything about that. Okay, next question. Has the church ever lost a statue of the Seven?
Huh? You're here to ask about that old story? Well, I didn't expect that. That was such a long time ago. there was indeed one statue of the Seven that disappeared. Nearly every member of the church joined the search for it. But it was in the church's records, as you might assume. This incident has been called the lost statue of... Of course?
Nothing? So do you have any other clues? Paimon means any... Sorry, Barbara, but we can't tell you about the statue we saw just yet. Like Dane said outside, it's for your own good.
Other strange stories? I'm not sure. Let me think about what other unusual incidents are in the church's records.
The Tyrant's final fury!
Oh, this refers to a time of great danger that engulfed old Mondstadt. Many, many years ago, there was a time when balls of fire would rain from the sky whenever anyone approached old Mondstadt.
Balls of fire raining from the sky!
People at that time believed it was a curse. This strange phenomenon continued. Right! Later, the theory of the tyrant... Perhaps it was something else that caused the disaster. Anyway, this incident might not be related to the lost...
It's okay. Thanks anyway!
There's that pointless word, thank you again.
Oh, Rosaria, it's you.
If you're looking for the Knights of Favonius, they're busy with those monsters again.
Those monsters?
Those monsters that tried to attack Mondstadt last time during the storm?
Wasn't that the Abyss Order?
Indeed. They're gathering in Wolvendom, causing great unrest. Could it be that the Abyss Order is targeting the... Master Jean has already headed off to Wolvendom. I must also...
Then I will go as well.
Master Jean said you should stay at the church and continue your work with the clergy.
But you're also a member of the clergy.
Right! We'll go give Master Jean a hand!
Oh, okay. If the honorary knight will be there, then... But please, everyone...
I see. Has the Abyss Order already launched a new operation? This could very well have something to do with the defiled statue. We should go as well.
But what is the Abyss Order going to Wolvendom for anyway? Are they...
No, that's not likely. Unlike Osile, who was just today, it is just his spirit that stands guard over Wolvendom. The Abyss Herald may just be targeting the spirit of Andreas in an attempt... Don't underestimate the enemy. Let's take them now.
Look at you, Sunnydale.
The closer we get to the target, the more enemy.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm not go.
Huh? Why not? Is it
It has nothing to do with wolves. It's because Boreas was an ancient god, yet he willingly became a... I cannot possibly agree with his actions. Besides, you're the one people like. I'm less likable. I have no problem interacting with people. It's just my opinion, but a word of advice. Always be on... You shouldn't place too much trust in them, even if the god in question is your sworn enemy.
Don't trust them and don't hunt?
Lest I repeat the failings of my I will tell you.
Huh? What?
The destruction of the nation of Canria by the gods is the reason the Abyss Order now seeks to destroy the nations watched over by the Seven. Well, enough chit-chat. We should get back to business. I will go take care of the remaining
Up, there we go. What a strange man. Yeah, that's true. You up at the rite of dissension in Liyue. Not the easy.
Honorary Knight, Paimon, what are you two doing here?
Oh, Master Jean! Rosaria told us that you came here.
Then your help is greatly appreciated. I just scouted out all of Wolvendom, but I did not... Rosaria told me that the Abyss Order... But the Abyss Order and Boreas...
They just like to cause trouble. The Abyss Order already went after
That is... Regardless, whether the reason behind Honorary Knight, please go and check it. This god's spirit. Okay, be careful.
Look! Over there, it's Razor! And the Abyss Herald!
You not welcome here.
You claim to be a guardian, yet your once sharp claws have clearly dulled since your days of... If you... Lies.
What the heck is this ceremony? He looks like... Oh no! Is this the same thing they did to corrupt Dvalin's mind?
Wolves never surrender. But
No matter how many times you resist us, you're... Bow before the abyss! Right!
Great undertaking!
Nowhere to hide.
It's a roar!
Can't handle your drink. Time for takeoff.
The end!
Don't blink. Don't blink.
First point! First point!
All life will decimate!
First point!
The end is nigh!
Incoming. Cut to the chase.
The world will burn!
Here we go.
The ceremony was interrupted. How fortunate. How does an old spirit have such determined will? No matter. There's a...
It disappeared again.
thank you. You came. Just in time.
Human Lupercal. I am ashamed that you... But still... The Abyss Herald underestimated...
Lupus Boreas never refuses trial. But scary outsider. Not respect trial rules. I too didn't see the trap.
Wait. So you mean the Abyss Order had everything prepared to corrupt Lupus Boreas' mind?
Thank you. In the future, my claws must get sharper. You smelled danger and came here?
No, we heard about the danger. Paimon's nose doesn't even know what danger smells like. Besides coming to help, we actually have something to ask you about. Excuse us, Mr. Wolf God. Do you know anything about the first field tiller?
I pay no heed to the contraptions of humans. I know not what this... It entered into my proving ground but it could... I eventually damaged it greatly.
By the sounds of it, it's possible that could have been the...
Yes, it could spin, leap high into the air, and even...
Fireballs? Hey, didn't we hear this? Anyway, this pretty much proves... It sounds like the first one was weak, but in this story, it was damaged at the proving ground.
Don't know. But... did we...
Yes, you were a bit... We need to keep investigating something super...
Yes, I smell more danger. You too. Also, be careful.
That was some good intel. Quick, let's go tell Dane. Yoo-hoo! Dane, there you are. Did you see Master Jean?
I saw her, but purposely avoided her. As both the Lion Fang Knight and acting Grand Master, she naturally would have some... If I'm not careful, one day I may find... But back to the matter at hand. I see. Well then, we can more or less figure out where the first field tiller ended up.
Huh? Really? Just from the Lupus Boreas store?
That information combined with a more comprehensive analysis. For example, the old story you told me you heard in the cathedral. Exactly. The strange story told to you by that young sister, long mistaken to be a curse rained down by a deceased tyrant.
Paimon gets it. So the tyrant's final fury was really just missiles fired from the field tiller after it ran from Wolvendom. After it was damaged, back then, the people of Mondstadt hadn't seen many ruin guards before. So
It looks like we need to make a trip to Storm Terror's lair and comb the entire area. What do you mean?
Huh? You mean... Oh, Paimon remembers too! We saw that abandoned ruin guard sitting atop the tower when we went there before. This is it, right? Okay then, use your elemental sight to look for the eye. Ooh, so what did you see? Huh? Nothing? Oh, what's going on?
This requires another method. Using elemental sight on a field tiller is of no use because it is not powered by the elements. Let me give it a try. And done. The very thing the Abyss Herald has been seeking all along. The eye of the first field tiller. All of the ruin guards today are just replicas of this machine. As the prototype, its combat capability was unrestricted.
Prototype? Oh, Paimon doesn't know that word. Is it another ancient term from Conria?
As the Abyss Order has surmised, if this eye is placed in the hands of the defiled statue, and if the limbs of Osial, Overlord of the Vortex, are attached to the statue, there you have a mechanized god. And this newly born god will have the power to topple the divine thrones of Celestia. Yes.
Then, what should we do with this eye?
No. I'll guard it myself.
Huh? You? Dane?
You may doubt me if you wish, but I must ensure it does not fall into the wrong hands. No matter where we may hide it, they will find it. And as for the Church of Favonius, well, you know I don't trust them.
Oh!
But our work isn't done yet. To avoid any further repercussions, we can't have the Church get involved.
What? Destroy it? That's a statue of the Seven! As well as being a really important cultural relic, they're actually... well... good thing we didn't tell Barbara earlier.
Do the Seven really expect me to help them look after what belongs? Let's go back to those ruins and destroy the inverted statue. If we are lucky, we will also run into... I'll make sure it doesn't get away this time.
Would a gliding be faster?
Burst forth.
Here we go! So after all that running around, we end up right back here again. Look at us. We barely escaped this place last time, and now we're strolling right back in. Gee, surely we must be some of the bravest adventurers in all of Teyvat. That or the stupidest.
Looks like we're here. An eerie, lifeless, dark chamber.
Oh.
Be careful to not be overwhelmed by the power.
You are just as vexatious as ever. I sense your soul is stained by terrible bloodshed. Oh, and something far more dangerous than we are the same. We're both dangerous.
It is your words that forever reek of corruption. Time to silence you!
Bow before the abyss!
Speed of light!
Abyssal roar!
Brace yourself.
Decimate! Abyssal roar!
Yahoo!
Abyss, grant me new life! The end!
Nowhere to hide. Time for takeoff.
Abyssal roar!
Moments
The
of birth.
end!
Yahoo!
Abyssal roar!
Think you can get away? Brace yourself.
The end!
Coming to be.
The world will burn. Princess.
Hey! Could that be?
Ether.
against the Abyss Herald. Your sister and the Abyss?
Ether, why are you with Dane?
Uh-huh. Your sister knows Dane?
Lumine, we meet again.
What's going on here? Dane knows her too?
You shouldn't team up with this man. He is my enemy.
Lumine.
But it must be said. Don't try to stop me. Don't! That man, DAINSLIEF, was the Twilight Sword, one of the royal guards of the final dynasty of Conria. 500 years ago, he failed to prevent the destruction of Conria. A curse of immortality was laid upon him to forever wander the wilderness, while he watched the people he was supposed to protect turn into monsters of the Abyss.
You're saying Dane is from Conria? The same Conria that was destroyed 500 years ago? And you said the people turned into monsters? You're trying to tell Paimon that the Abyss Order is not only related to Conria, but is actually the people of Conria themselves? And the whole thing about Dane being your enemy... Paimon's so confused.
Home. Yes. Of course. Home is wherever we are together. But I cannot go with you to the next world to find a new home. At least, not yet. Until the Abyss has engulfed the thrones, my war with destiny will see no end. Listen to me, Ether. I have already traveled through this world once. Once you reach the end of your journey as I did, you will see for yourself the true nature of this world. So we'll meet again. Though we need not rush, brother. I have more than enough time to wait for you. We have always had enough time.
Again? Look on the bright side. At least we got some really useful information. Really? Are you sure? At least now, as well as the Seven, Dane is also a key part of finding your sibling too, right? That's right! By the way, what they said just now is all Oh! Well then, let's go over it again. First off, that Abyss Herald called your sister Princess. It seems like your sister is leading the Abyss Order. Even the Abyss Herald answers to her. Still, we don't know for sure if she's the highest-ranking leader in the organization. Also, your sister said that she wants to engulf the thrones and go to war with destiny. What the heck does that mean? Next thing, turns out the Abyss Order monsters are really what the people of Conria turned into after their nation was destroyed. And Dane is from Conria too! He witnessed its destruction 500 years ago! But he didn't turn into a monster. So that's why your sister said that Dane is her enemy, right? But if the monsters of the Abyss are the same people that Dane protected all those years ago, then why is he enemies with the Abyss Order now? Also, how come she's on the side of the abyss. What's up with that? Yeah, you're right. Then we can't let ourselves get down about it now. Our journey's not over yet. Let's get a move on. Time to leave this terrible dark place and get back to the surface where the sun shines bright. If your sister wants you to reach the end of your journey, well then, show her what you're made of. Come on, traveler, let's go.
Wouldn't gliding be faster?